As Chief Marshal, I declare open these commencement ceremonies in the year of our Lord, the 2024th, and in the life of the college, the 152nd. Our ceremonies will begin with the presentation of the national colors by the ROTC Corps and by the singing of the national anthem, followed by the invocation by the Reverend Maggie. Gentlemen, remove your caps and let us place our hands over our hearts and face the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Will you join your hearts with me in prayer? Gracious God, we gather on this day of celebration, understanding that we come from different places, we hold different values, and we cherish different beliefs. Yet today we are united in gratitude for the accomplishments of our graduates. In a world where many cannot study, we are thankful for the achievements, degrees, and honors we celebrate today. In a world where many have no future, we are thankful for the dreams, hopes, and plans that have been nourished at Lyon College. In a world where many have no community, we are thankful for the support of our mentors, faculty, staff, family, and friends. As we go forth from this celebration onto our different paths, to our different experiences, and to our different destinies, may our gratitude unite us in the desire of using all that we are and all that we have for the common good, so that each day may be full of thankfulness. Amen. You may be seated.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty and staff of Lyon College, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to our winter commencement ceremony in the 152nd year of the college's operation. This has been another challenging and exciting year at Lyon College, one which has presented new opportunities for us as individuals and as an institution, as we continue to explore and imagine different ways of fulfilling our personal and our corporate mission. For example, we welcomed our first students to our Bachelor of Science in Nursing program in this past January. Our student success team was awarded a multi-million-dollar Title III grant from the Department of Education to support learning communities. Our faculty members were awarded grant monies to revamp and revitalize our liberal arts core curriculum. We are currently admitting students to the inaugural class of Arkansas's first School of Dental Medicine, slated to begin instruction in July 2025. We are completing site and facility plans for the first School of Veterinary Medicine in Arkansas on an expansive rural campus in Cabot, which will also be the first vet school in the nation that will be co-located with a public animal shelter. We are completing our final provisional year of NCAA Division III transition, and frankly, our student athletes have demonstrated that the excellence of the Lyon athletic programs transcends either conference or governing body, earning this year, so far, 2 national championships and a runner-up. We welcomed amazing new faculty and staff to our ranks to strengthen both our community and our ability to serve our students and to fulfill our mission. But not everything changes. The Year 1 boat race saw cardboard watercraft sink with alarming speed, despite the confidence of the builders and 30 rolls of duct tape. The geese at Bryant Lake, still pretty territorial. This Arkansas Scottish Festival and Homecoming combo again made an impact in our region, especially with the addition of the Lyon College food truck as the state's only meat pie Scotch egg connection. And faculty members listened patiently as students explained exactly why the paper, project, lab report was late, and it will be in tomorrow, I promise. Class of 2025, we have navigated times of spectacular weirdness together, all the while keeping our eyes on the prize. Entering college in the early 2020s during a global pandemic was not just an act of faith, it was an act of audacious confidence in the future. Despite circumstances that no one could possibly anticipate, you were committed to building the lives about which you have dreamed. You knew that the path you chose was never going to be an easy walk in the park, even during the times we viewed as normal, but that hard work, tenacity, and yes, perseverance would lead you to this moment and to the cusp of your bright futures. At the outset, we didn't know what our shared path would look like, how we would have to change and adapt from what was familiar. Through trial and error, sprinkled with a hefty dose of patience and grace, we learned to work and to support each other a little bit differently. But what we never questioned was our collective mission, to prepare you, our students, to ask questions, to think critically, to seek solutions, to communicate effectively, and to act ethically and with honor. Members of the class of 2025, I can say with confidence that you are well positioned to take the next steps on your journey. The accumulated experiences in lab and class, on the field of competition, in the salty dog or the calf, on chapel walk, on service day, in an SGA meeting, and innumerable other moments, big and small, are part of our shared life together. Each moment provided an opportunity to remember our purpose and our commitment to each other and to this special place, not merely a collection of buildings on a campus, but a community of mentors and friends. Members of the class of 2025, you are here now because you have weathered the storms and the turbulence, all the while holding on to your dreams and to each other. So today is a day of celebration, of tenacity and grit, of your many victories, some small, some large, and each one personal. It's a privilege for me to share this day with you, and I'm very glad that we can share it together. And now, if you will indulge me, I have an assignment. If you are a father, a mother, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or any family member of a 2025 Lyon College graduate by blood, marriage, or simply by choice, please stand as you are able. Members of the class of 2025, you definitely would not be here without the support and the confidence of this group. Please stand and give a round of applause to your biggest supporters. Thank you. And now, members of the faculty and staff of Lyon College, please stand as you are able. Members of the class of 2025, these people have challenged, supported, confronted, and held on to you as you learned and grew during the last few years, ushering through doors that you never imagined that you could open. Please stand and give a round of applause for your mentors, instructors, therapists, coaches, and now friends. Thank you all. And finally, I would like to acknowledge the following special guests at our ceremony today. Our commencement speaker, the Honorable Bill Walmsley, his wife Janice, and family members. Mr. Victor Worley, class of 2003, chairman of the Lyon College Board of Trustees, members of the Lyon College Board of Trustees, Alumni Council, and Board of Visitors. Thank you all for being here. And now, everyone, let our celebration continue. I would like to welcome and invite Kylie Sabella, president of the senior class, to offer reflections from the senior class. Thank you.
Good morning, friends, family, faculty, staff, and the senior class of 2024. When I first sat down to work on this speech, I turned to what many college students have learned to love, ChatGPT. Of course, I only used it to generate ideas. Your fellow Honor Council President Chase Orff gave me that idea. But seriously, today marks the end of a chapter for all of us. Some of us couldn't be more ready to get out of here, while others aren't quite ready to say goodbye. Goodbye to the most aggressive games of bingo and Easter egg hunts I have ever been a part of. Goodbye to the massage mania and the sound of bagpipes serenading us at every event. Goodbye to the late night study sessions with our friends, while sometimes trying not to cry, and goodbye to the many other unique experiences that have bonded us all together. When we first walked onto this campus, we were full of uncertainty, eager yet unsure of what the future held. We came with dreams, aspirations, and at times doubts of our abilities. But as we stand here today, we realize that it's not just the textbooks and lectures that have shaped us, but the lessons learned outside the classrooms. The late night conversations, the failures that taught us resilience, and the moments of joy shared with friends that became family. Now we leave from here and take our first steps into our next journey. Whatever that may be, remember the real world isn't about perfection. It's about learning, growing, and adapting. We will face new challenges, make mistakes, and experience setbacks, and that's okay. What matters is how we rise from these moments, how we learn from them, and how we continue to move forward. To all the friends, family, and mentors who have supported us in this journey, thank you. You all have made this day possible for us. Thank you to the faculty and staff for your words of wisdom, guidance, and patience that you have shared with us. As to my fellow graduates, we should all be so proud that you've made it to this day. Take the lessons you've learned from here and grow. Like now, we all know how to build a cardboard boat that might float. Cherish the moments like those that we shared together and look forward to the many other adventures life has in store for you. When you leave here today, don't forget that we create our own future, so go out there and create one that you're proud of. Life is shorter than we think, so be bold and take risks, but most importantly, don't forget to enjoy it. The world is waiting for you. Thank you, and congratulations, you've made it.
Please welcome to the podium Mr. Victor Worley, Chairman of the Lyon College Board of Trustees, who will introduce our commencement speaker.
Thank you, everyone. The Honorable Bill Walmsley, class of 1963, practiced law in Batesville for 46 years and served 12 years in the Arkansas Senate, as well as serving 2 years on the Arkansas Court of Appeals. He owns multiple commercial properties and interests in Atlas Asphalt and White River Materials. In his time in the Senate, he sponsored 53 bills, including revision to the Arkansas Commercial Code, Arkansas's first escheat law, measures lowering the voting age to 18, and increases to workers' compensation benefits. He helped secure funding for the University of Arkansas Community College in Batesville, and he chaired the committee integrating Arkansas AM&N into the University of Arkansas system. In 2012, Governor Mike Beebe appointed Judge Walmsley to the Arkansas Court of Appeals, where he wrote 117 opinions covering criminal, civil, and administrative cases. Bill and his wife, Janice, have raced thoroughbred horses since 1981, winning 116 races. He served 20 years as the president of the Arkansas Thoroughbred Owners and Trainers Association and 4 years as national president. As a public servant, he chaired multiple nonprofit boards and led the process of modernizing the Independence County Library. Bill was a Lyon College trustee for 13 years, graduating from Lyon in 1963. He was a first-generation student, played basketball here, and he earned his law degree from the University of Arkansas. He and Janice were married by Governor Bill Clinton in 1983. They have 2 sons, Andrew and David, both Lyon College graduates, 3 grandsons, and a granddaughter who shares Bill's birthday. So please help me in welcoming Judge Bill Walmsley.
Thank you, Chairman Worley, for a very nice introduction. I'm not sure I really deserve it. And Madam President, members of the faculty and staff at Lyon, and most important, graduates, I want you to know that this is a special day, and I'm probably stating the most obvious thing to you. This may well be the most significant accomplishment in your life today. I have a vague recollection of what that feels like. 61 years ago, I walked across this same stage and got my diploma, being the first in my family to graduate from college. I want you to know what an independent, an exclusive club you are joining today. 75% of the adults in the state of Arkansas do not have what you are acquiring today. So you have become today part of that elite 25% who hold a college degree. it's a time for you to recognize that you've got many accomplishments ahead of you, a whole life to live, and as an 83-year-old, I can tell you I'm most envious of your challenges and your accomplishments that are to come in the future. You are our future leaders, and we are in need of leaders today. In spite of all of the opportunities that your education at Lyon College has given you, you have acquired some obligations as well. And this morning, for a few minutes, I'm going to talk about one of those obligations. There aren't many advantages with being 83 years old. One of them is that you get to look back on a fairly long history. I believe that our democracy today is in jeopardy. And it's in jeopardy not because of the election in 2024 or any particular individual elected to office. It's in jeopardy because our people don't understand our government. They don't understand our democracy. And maybe as a result of that lack of understanding, they don't participate in the democratic governmental process. And it's going to be up to your generation to see that that trend is reversed. Democracy's on the slide worldwide. In 2003, there were 11 countries in this world switching from democracy to an autocratic government. That sounds terrible. But guess what? 20 years later in 2023, there were 42 countries switching from a democracy to an autocratic form of government. I have looked at, and you have probably seen, many studies that have been done, many surveys, many polls that have been taken by very prestigious organizations. The United States Chamber of Commerce Foundation just completed a very comprehensive study in February of this year. They found among thousands of people surveyed, they gave them a very basic civics literacy quiz. 70% of those individuals who took that test failed it. A vast majority of young people, 18 to 29, have said, we did not get an adequate civic education for us to be able to understand the democratic process and how our government works. And that's not acceptable. And I remember someone who said, if you do not understand what you do not understand, you cannot fix. And democracy is in need of a constant adjustment and fix. I believe that you should take the obligation of expanding our understanding of our own government and our democracy. Public education isn't doing the job. Batesville High School offers one semester of civics, and it's not a required course. It's an elective. The most any school that I found offered 1 year, but it was an elective. Money spent on civic education in public schools is 5 cents out of every $50 that's spent on education is devoted to civic education. That's not acceptable. We need to teach our people in libraries, in churches, and civic organizations, many places beyond just the public school and college, because we're all failing to teach our people enough about their government, their democracy, to fully understand it. As a result of that lack of understanding, we get very poor participation. 2024 was a presidential election year. 63% of the eligible voters in the United States voted. That meant less than a third of the people of this country that are registered to vote selected our current president and all other officers that were on the ballot. And if that's bad, 63%, guess what Arkansas was in 2024 on the general election? 53% of our eligible voters voted in that election. That's not acceptable. And that's a presidential year. I'll give you a midterm year, that is a year when there isn't a presidential election. In the state of Arkansas, the average vote over the last 3 midterm years was 40% of the eligible voters voting. That means 21% of the population selected the governor of this state and all other elective officers and made decisions on ballot issues that were on the ballot. Nationally, it's less than 50% in midterm years. So I think our public understands, and I think young people particularly are losing faith in our democracy and as a result, not participating. We need to reverse that trend if we want to hold on to our democracy. I tell you, you celebrate today. You be happy today. You enjoy yourself today. But tomorrow, please remember about the obligation of preserving this rare, great form of government that you have. Be better stewards than my generation has been. And see that this country, which has survived as a democracy for over 200 years, will continue to survive. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at the realization of the admonishment that Benjamin Franklin gave Mrs. Powell, the wife of the Philadelphia mayor, when he left Constitutional Hall after the Constitution had been drafted. She said, "Dr. Franklin, what kind of government have you given us? A monarchy? A democracy?" And his response was, "A republic, madam, if you can keep it." And keep in mind, it's going to take you, leaders like you, to lead it. So enjoy yourself today, and I congratulate you, and I am so thrilled to see you here today. But remember, with that education that you got at Lyon College comes responsibilities, and I hope you'll make this one of your responsibilities. Thank you so much.
Good morning. On behalf of the Lyon College Alumni Association, congratulations, class of 2025. Today, you transition from student to alumni. It's my great honor to personally welcome you into the alumni community. The Alumni Network is a family that stretches far and wide and across many generations. Lyon College is now your alma mater. Feel confidence and pride in your education as your professional life begins. Reach out to fellow alumni and use the strength of our network as you launch into your career. Many, including your professors, Staff, family, this Batesville community, and donors to the college have all made an investment in your success. It brings me joy to be here with you today and witness your hard work come to fruition. I remember sitting in your place and feeling nothing short of jubilant, with a touch of sadness to leave. 18 years later, this campus still feels like home. And my challenge to you is to stay invested in this institution that you've called home for the past 4 years. Stay connected, stay involved. And like those who supported you, I challenge you and encourage you to support the next generation of Lyon College students. Fellow alumni, I can't wait to hear all about your success and how you make your mark in this world. Congratulations.
Take my hand and my feet. If you can use the Lord, you called Moses from the wilderness. Put a rod in his hand. You used him to lead your people over to the promised land. Lord, I'm willing to trust in you. So take my life and use it too. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Say, anything, Lord, you can use me. Take my hands, Lord, and my feet. Touch my heart, Lord, speak through. If you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. When David fought Goliath, the mighty giant fell. He proved to his people that God was alive in Israel. Say, Lord, I'm available to you, and I'm wanting. I'll say yes, yes. I'll say yes. Use me, use me. Take my hands and my feet, touch my heart, speak through me. My mind, my hands, every part of me.
After the multitudes heard the words that Jesus said, He took 2 fish and 5 loaves, and the multitude was fed. What I have may not be much. It can be multiplied by your touch. Anything, Lord, you can use me. If
Wasn't that beautiful? Thank you, Beretta Robinson and the Gospel Choir, for bringing such great music to not just this event, but so many Lyon College events. There's a lot of hours of practice and dedication that go into that. I'm very appreciative for it. So, after thorough and appropriate examination, the faculty of Lyon College declares that the members of the graduating class have completed their courses of study and satisfied all requirements for the degrees they are about to receive. It is my great pleasure to present to you the Lyon College fall class of the 2024-25 academic year.
The Board of Trustees at Lyon College is authorized to confer the Bachelor of Arts degree and the Bachelor of Science degree on those candidates who have completed their prescribed course of study at Lyon and have been recommended by the faculty. Acting on the recommendation of the faculty, the board has authorized the conferral of degrees on these candidates. President Tavner, on behalf of the board, I ask that you present to them their degrees.
Provost Grafton, would you please join me in presenting the degrees?
Before I ask the marshals to direct the candidates to the platform, let me say, as I read the names of the graduates, I will mention any of their close relatives who are also graduates of Lyon College. An official photograph will be taken of each graduate as they are hooded. All photos will be posted to the Lyon College website in the next few days and will be free for download. However, if you would personally like to take a picture of your graduate, please keep the aisles open, especially down front. Try to avoid blocking the path that the seniors will take as they return to their seats. Please hold your applause until all graduates have received their degrees. But nobody's going to do that. So let me ask this. We have 16 people whose names I'm going to read today. All of them have worked extremely hard for a long time. So I want to ask every single person in this room to cheer them on when they get their diplomas. Make it loud. Marshals, please escort the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree to the corner of the platform. Morgan Brianne Christ from Paragould, Arkansas, majoring in anthropology. Morgan will be hooded by Dr. Jason Kennedy. Julia Elizabeth Goodwin from Parker's Chapel, Arkansas. Majoring in psychology, minoring in political science, magna cum laude. Julia will be hooded by Dr. Nikki Yantz. Paul William Hauk from Batesville, Arkansas. Paul is majoring in Spanish, minoring in music, magna cum laude. Paul will be hooded by Dr. Monica Rodriguez. In absentia, but not missing here, we have Nathaniel Famous Kwame Peterson from Buchanan, Monrovia, Liberia. Please give him a hand, because hopefully he's watching online. Majoring in computer science, minoring in data science. Moving on, we have Brianna Jean Reed from Floral, Arkansas. Brianna is majoring in psychology and anthropology, magna cum laude. Brianna will be hooded by Dr. Matthew Labredo. Marshals, will you direct the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree to the corner of the platform? Cedric L. Allen II from Las Vegas, Nevada. Majoring in business administration with an emphasis in management. Hayes H. Austin from Blytheville, Arkansas. Majoring in exercise science, health professions. Jalen Tyrone Babers from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Majoring in business administration with an emphasis in management, minoring in art. Jalen will be hooded by Vice President for Student Life and Dean of Students, Danelle Hetrick. Jessica Burke from Batesville, Arkansas. Majoring in business administration with an emphasis in management, summa cum laude. Jessica will be hooded by Dr. Peter Staples. Emily Ingalls Workman from Mount Pleasant, Arkansas. Emily majored in exercise science, fitness, and wellness and will be hooded by Dr. Mary Jones. Sebastian A. Gonzalez Marin from Guayaquil, Ecuador. Majoring in business administration with an emphasis in management. Jackson Wisdom Herod from Heber Springs, Arkansas. Jackson is triple majoring in data science, mathematics, economics, and minoring in computer science. He will be hooded by Dr. Radek Shulga. Xavier Long from Jackson, Tennessee. Xavier is majoring in exercise science, fitness, and wellness. Riley Rose Straka from Mountain Home, Arkansas. Majoring in business administration with an emphasis in management, summa cum laude. She will be hooded by Dr. Radek Shulga. Olivia Brooke Williams from Southside, Arkansas. Olivia is majoring in exercise science, health professions, and will be hooded by Dr. Alan Byers. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the fall class of 24-25.
So yes, remain standing. The ceremony will be closing with the singing of the alma mater and the benediction. And we ask all the guests to remain in your places until the students and faculty and staff have completed the recessional into the lobby where our traditional gauntlet will take place. After the recessional, guests and then graduates finishing gauntlet, make your way to the Bevins room through that door right there for the celebratory brunch and for more hearty congratulations. Gentlemen, once more, remove your caps.
So, graduates, my fellow alumni, we have a tradition of you all challenging me to use words from various artists for our final benediction. So, class of 2025, receive your final blessing from me with a little help from Wendell Berry, Mary Oliver, Maggie Smith, William Martin, Prophet Micah, Patrick Otuma, Little Wayne, David Allen Coe, the Eagles, and John Denver. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find a passage back to the place I was before. Before we knew the realities of the world, before you knew just how short life truly is. I tried to keep such knowledge from you, my children, but you can't stop the rain, literally, like today. Despite giving it my all, despite my best efforts, the rain moved in. And it was all I could do to keep from crying because you learned the reality of the world quickly in your time here. The world is half terrible. For every kind stranger, there is one who will break you. And so you have come to know that it is a serious thing just to be alive on this fresh morning in our broken world. With everything happening around us today, you don't know whether you are coming or going, but you think you're on your way. And dear ones, you truly are on your way. So take in this very moment, take a look around, take it all in, and know that even with all the pain of the world around you, you can make it a beautiful place. Go do all the good you can for everyone you meet by enacting justice, loving mercy, and walking humbly with your God. For it is in the shelters of others that we truly live. It is in the shelter of one another that we truly thrive, which is why I never minded standing in the rain with you. Because while I can't stop the pain of this world, while I can't control raindrops or thunderstorms, I gave you the gift of knowing that whatever you face, whenever a storm might become too much, there's always someone to stand beside you. It is now your turn to return to our broken world and share that gift with others, for our world needs that gift of love. So go out into the world and do something every day that does not compute to the rest of those around you. Love the Lord, love the world, work for nothing, take all that you have and be poor, love someone who does not deserve it. Ask the questions that have no answer, expect the end of the world. Laugh, for laughter is immeasurable. Cry and never apologize for your tears, for tears cleanse our souls for a variety of reasons. And if you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, do not hesitate and give in to it. I'm not asking you to strive for extraordinary lives. Such striving is admirable, but it is the way of foolishness. Indeed, seek the wonder of life and find ways to marvel at the ordinary, for when you do, the extraordinary will take care of itself. All I'm asking you today to do is to show up. Be late, be scared out of your mind, be awkward, be a hot mess, but just be there. You can figure out the rest as you go along. And when you face adversity, remember to remain calm. And if you're not able to remain calm, may your freak out be as graceful as possible. And a day will come when the radio reminds you of your home far away. Driving down the road, you'll get a feeling that you should have been home yesterday. When that feeling hits, know that country roads will take you home to this place where you belong, here in the foothills of the Ozarks. Come back from time to visit us and remember all the great things you have accomplished here. So as you go out from this place to live your one wild and precious life, I pray that God blesses you with the restless discomfort, with easy answers, half-truths, and superficial friendships, so that you live deep within your heart. I pray that God blesses you with anger at injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. And I pray that God blesses you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in our world. Amen.